Belgium GP is here and we are back in Spa. We have so much to talk about, so let's just get right into it. Welcome back to TL Racing. It's another race weekend, and as you can see, I am all Mercedes. I even have the Kimi Antonelli cap. You can check out the YouTube short to see my unboxing for that. But let's just jump in to these special helmets. Now, I might be wrong, I might be missing something, so if I did, I am so sorry. I want to be able to see one special helmet because I've read everywhere, and maybe I'm just tired, not in a good mood. So if I miss anything, I'm so sorry. Esteban Ocon has gotten himself a Spider-Man themed helmet for Spider-Man Brand New Day, and it honestly looks absolutely amazing. This helmet just looks sick. I love the texture of the suit design with the little Spider-Man on it. It's great, honestly. So let's start off with practice. We have something to talk about later on with practice, but for FP1, Max Verstappen goes fastest. It is so good to see Verstappen possibly coming back. I mean, yeah, he had some very, very bad results. He's also having some decent results, followed by the two Ferraris, Hamilton in second and Leclerc in third fastest. I'm just going to speed through these with practice 2. Kimi Antonelli goes fastest, but Lando Norris goes second fastest, followed by Max Verstappen once again. So Kimi Antonelli with the two former champions. And then free practice 3, funnily enough, the exact same order with Kimi, Lando and Mags, followed by George Russell in fourth and Lewis Hamilton in fifth. Lewis Hamilton actually had a bit of a bad crash going into the barrier a bit, wrecking his car, but somehow the Ferrari mechanics were able to put the car back together for qualifying. It was absolutely crazy. I was not expecting it. When I was watching the qualifying, I was quite surprised to see Hamilton back on track. Now, as well as that, a few drivers have gotten some penalties with Lando Norris, Isaac Hadjar and Lance Stroll. Lando Norris has a 10 place grid penalty. Lance Stroll has a 10 place grid penalty. But Isaac Hadjar has a 30 place grid penalty. And now with the qualifying, there was a bit of a safety car towards the end at Q3. Oscar Piastri kind of dipped his wheel into the gravel, which spilled it all over the track. And what a qualifying. So for a while, Lando Norris was fastest. But then towards the end, since Isaac Hadjar had the grid penalty, he couldn't really do anything in Q3. So he teamed up with Max Verstappen. The power of friendship. These motherfuckers pull off a most insane strat ever, with Isaac Hadjar giving Max Verstappen the slipstream to get a faster lap. Both of them were just perfectly apart from each other to where Max Verstappen was able to get the right amount of boost without Hadjar being in his way, which for 1 second gave Max Verstappen pole, and it looked like Max Verstappen was gonna get pole position. Then here comes Kimi Antonelli, and at the very end, as the crowd is roaring for Max Verstappen, Kimi Antonelli gets pole position. Now, it does show that Lando Norris is third, but because of the grid penalties, he will be starting in P13, with Isaac Hadjar in P21 and Lance Stroll in P20. In Q1, Lance Stroll, Fernando Alonso, Sergio Perez, Valtteri Bottas, Esteban Ocon and Albon all got out in Q1. Then getting out in Q2, we have Oliver Behrman, Carlos Sainz, Nico Hulkenberg, Franco Colapinto, Pierre Gasly and Liam Lawson. And then the top 10, Isaac Hadjar, who will be bumped down, Gabriel Bortoleto, Arvid Lindblad, Oscar Piastri, both the Ferraris with Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc, George Russell, now top 3, Lando Norris, who will be bumped down, Max Verstappen and Kimi Antonelli. So overall, I am so excited for the race. The qualifying was amazing, so I'm just trying to do this as quick as possible, but let's get right to it. Ladies and gentlemen, what a race. Kimi Antonelli wins the Belgium GP. So to start off, lap 1, George Russell spins out and DNFs trying to overtake Hamilton. The wheels tap and George just spins out, and it was honestly devastating to see. So George Russell has scored 0 points in this race, meaning Hamilton has taken back second place in the driver's standings. But Hamilton did get a 5-second penalty, which added on with a bit of an unlucky pit stop, brought him down quite a bit, but he was able to climb back up although Hamilton is under investigation after the race for an unsafe pit exit. At least right now, I don't know if anything has happened with that, but a bit of an unlucky race for Hamilton. A bit of an incident between Leclerc and Piastri, which was under investigation, but nothing came out of it. So it was like we had quite a few virtual safety cars throughout the race, which makes sense because of the gravel on the track. And overall, just a hectic race. Let's start with the bottom, make our way up to the top. 3 DNFs with, unfortunately, George Russell, Sergio Perez, and Lance Stroll. Then we have the lapped cars with Fernando Alonso and Valtteri Bottas. Then moving up, we have Esteban Ocon, Carlos Sainz, Alexander Albon, Oliver Behrman, Nico Hulkenberg, Liam Lawson, and Pierre Gasly, with some very good racing done by the Alpines. Moving up into the top 10, Franco Colapinto, Arvid Lindblad, who has been doing very well, and he has had an extra upper edge compared to Liam Lawson with his car. Gabriel Bortoleto, which I was hoping he would pass our next person, but he did for a while, but then he came back, with Lando Norris in 7th, followed by Isaac Hadjar, who did very, very well at the very end to keep Lando away, which means Oscar Piastri is in 5th, scoring more points than Lando. Then we have Lewis Hamilton in 4th, but by the time this video comes out, he could have dropped down. And then our top 3, Max Verstappen gives Red Bull their 300th podium, and even though Max was having some issues with the car, he did a very good drive, followed by Charles Leclerc after an amazing weekend in Silverstone in P2, and he did lead for a decent bit of the race. But there's only one name left. Kimi Antonelli wins his 6th victory in Formula 1. It is so good to see Kimi Antonelli do this well, with him being close to 50 points ahead of 2nd place, and because of George Russell's DNF, Lewis Hamilton took 2nd place, as I mentioned. And yeah, overall, just what an amazing race that was. What an amazing time to get this cap. Kimi Antonelli, I'm calling it soon. This is what we're going to be seeing. Tell me in the comments down below, what did you guys think of this race? Was it good? Were you disappointed? How well did your driver do? I'm sorry if this video was a bit rushed, but hey, thank you all so much for watching. If you are new, please do subscribe, notifications, hit the bell, subscribe to TL Racing on YouTube, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at TL Racing F1, and thank you all so much for watching. This was the Spa Belgium GP. Peace out.